Oh, hey, you're watching your daily dose of LoweTivation. This is episode 15, titled Toxic Relationships. That's right. Come close. I'm gonna talk softly today. I'm not gonna yell at you. I got my workout done earlier during my lunch at work, so I guess my goal of 30 minutes of activity, smashed it. I have things to do, so I'm sitting in my bed right now relaxing before I do that, and I thought, let me drop some knowledge on these peeps. So take a seat, relax. Let me tell you what's up about toxic relationships. If there's anybody that knows about toxic relationships, this guy. I may have been the toxic one in a few of them in my life. I'm not gonna give myself excuses with depression, anxiety, things like that, but from the pressure of these mental issues, I chose to react in a toxic way. And, I've apologized to those people most of them, that I've been toxic to. And, I'm changing my life and relationships are being mended and fixed. So that's great. But on the other end, you have to realize that, like in my last episode, I said support is a good thing, right? And it is. It's important to establish relationships, whether it's with a significant other, family members, whatever. All forms of relationship are human connections, and those are great, and you need those in life. And especially if you're going through a hard time, getting support is great. But you also need to watch out for toxic relationships. You might not even realize that you're kind of in an autopilot mode, and you might be dating somebody who brings you down. You might have a good friend that you've known for a really long time who's kind of turned toxic because they have their own mental issues or whatever it is. Sometimes you can't save everybody. And so rather than going down with the ship and continuing to be in a relationship with a significant other because it's just easy right now, you might have kids, you might have a lot of bills, but you have to think about your mental health. If you're with somebody, you're living with someone, whether it's a significant other, family member, whatever it is, just because it helps you to get by with the things that you have to get by, it's not worth your mental health and whatever could lead from that. And if you're with anybody or surrounded by anybody who tears you down, who doesn't like when you're trying to change your life, when you're trying to better yourself, it's hard, but you're going to have to figure out a way to cut them out of your life. Doesn't mean you need to cut them out forever. People change. So maybe down the line, that person might not be so toxic for you. Or maybe in smaller doses, they're not so toxic. But if you just surround yourself with people who aren't motivated and that are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and you just get caught up in that, you're never going to change your life and better yourself in any way that you're trying to do. So don't ever let someone just constantly tear you down, and that includes even yourself. You can have a toxic relationship with yourself. I've done it for many years, and that's why I was depressed, and that's why I had so much anxiety. That's just why I was always so just stressed out, because I was toxic to myself, and I'm trying to work on that. And you can't really cut yourself off, so that you have to work on. But when it comes to other human beings, no matter how hard it is, if they're toxic in your life, right now you got to figure out how to stay away from them or how to get away from them. Some people are afraid to be alone. They don't want to be without friends. Some people watching this are really young. A lot of people from the catfish stuff, they're pretty young. And just different races, different ages of people watching me and getting motivation. I would say, at any point in your life, there are going to be toxic people. And unfortunately, it's hard to be alone, but sometimes, you have to be alone to do your own stuff. You can get support from other people, but sometimes you just got to do your own thing or move away from somebody or a group of people that are toxic in order to better yourself. And then when you collect yourself, you make yourself happier, you'll find new relationships with people that have similar things that you like or that are also trying to better themselves. And then maybe even, those toxic people that were in your life might be motivated when they see you making a change, and eventually they'll join you. So just look and analyze the people around you and make sure that none of them are toxic and none of them are bringing you down. I mean, it doesn't mean as soon as someone brings you down, especially if they're a really good friend, that you just cut them off. I'm just saying, if it's somebody that you've known for many, many years and you've tried to motivate them to change with you and just nothing's happening, you just got to do something drastic. You got to cut those toxic people out and then maybe hope that they'll change down the line. But what it comes down to is, if you keep sacrificing your happiness so that you can live in this illusion that these toxic people that are surrounding you, that's what you want to do, is be with them and do whatever they're doing that's bringing you down, you're never going to be happy. So got to analyze the people that are in your life, including yourself if you're being toxic, and you just got to work on it. And sometimes it's really hard to change, and it's hard to end relationships, no matter what kind they are. But sometimes you got to move on and hope that things change down the line. But when it comes down to it, it's about being happy, being healthy, and not having any of that toxic stuff going on. So check out your life. Make sure you don't have any toxic relationships, and don't be toxic to yourself either. So let's get this. Let's be happy. Don't be toxic.